and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. So today I'm going to talk about my horror story while I was running. So when I was in high school, I used to be like this athlete. I wasn't like the best athlete. So the reason why I got into running when I was in high school was because I was overweight and I was just trying to lose weight. I wasn't trying to compete with anybody, just myself. I was bullied when I was in middle school and because of my weight, and I have nicknames such as Greaseball, Lard ASS, and stuff like that, you know. So kids are mean, kids are cruel, and the people who would make fun of me, it's funny because they were heavier than me and they would make fun of me. So I decided in 10th grade that I wanted to lose weight. So I started running, I started joining sports. I wasn't great, I sucked at sports, but I did them because I wanted to lose weight. So yeah, so before I tell you about my story, the reason I wanted to tell you guys this story was because I saw in the news that there was this girl, her name is Molly Tibbetts. She was running and, you know, like, I guess somebody did a horrible thing to her, and, you know, Molly, rest in peace. But it is very dangerous, guys. It is very dangerous to be running. Like, make sure you have pepper spray or, you know, one of those kitty keychains. I don't know if you guys have seen them. They sell them in Amazon. It's like a kitty with the kitty ears, and then it's like a keychain that you just put around your fingers, and if somebody tries to get close to you, you just blah, and, you know, stab them or whatever. But try to have something with you. And so yeah, let me start telling you guys my story. So anyways, like I was saying, when I was in high school, you know, I did sports not because I was good at sports, but because I wanted to lose weight. I was tired of being bullied and I just wanted to be healthy. So I started losing weight by doing sit-ups, and I would do like about 50 sit-ups a night, every single night. And then pretty soon I started changing my eating habits and I started eating healthier, and I just decided, one of my friends came up to me and said, hey, you should join track and field. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna join track and field. Like, me join track and field? No. So finally she convinced me to join track and field. So I did join track and field when I was in 10th grade. So I liked it. I wasn't competing, like I said, I was only competing for myself. I wanted to lose weight. So every day after school I would run 4 miles. I used to live out in the country in this like little farmhouse that my parents rented out, and it was maybe about 6 miles away from town. So I would run 4 miles every single day. I would do my exercise at school, and then I would go home and I would even exercise more. Like, I was so addicted to running and exercising, it was ridiculous. So anyways, yeah, I used to run, like I said, the 4 miles every single day, even Saturdays and Sundays. I never really rested. I didn't have a rest day. And so I remember one time my parents told me that they were going to move into town because they had bought a house. And I was like, no, I don't want to live in town. I don't like living in town. Where am I going to run? Where am I going to go running? I used to run out in the country by myself. So I really liked that. It was quiet, peaceful, nobody bothered me or whatever. So then when we moved into town, we moved like kind of right in the middle of this small town. And I remember that I was like, well, I guess I'll run around my block and see how it goes. So there's always like loose dogs and stuff like that when you live in town. So I wanted to check out the block and see how it was, to see if there was any loose dogs or stuff like that. So I ran around the block, you know, did 1 lap, and I was like, you know, this is not bad. So then I decided to do another lap. And I was like, okay, I can get used to this. You know, maybe it's not so bad. So I decided to do a third lap, and then when I got to the fourth lap around the block, I was running and there was this creepy guy who was kind of following me. He was kind of going really slow, and he was like, hey, 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 and I was just like ignoring him, like whatever, just leave me alone, you know. I kept running, doing my thing, and so this guy just kept following me, and he's like, hey, hey, and finally he pulled over kind of near my house, except for he didn't know this was my house, but it was near my house. And he was like, hey girl, what are you doing? Want to go for a cruise? And I was like, no, I'm exercising. Can you leave me alone? You know, I need to finish my workout and blah blah. And he's like, no, come on, come on. And he started like grabbing me by the arm. He's like, get in my car, we're going for a cruise. And you know, there was people, you know, this was in town, guys. There was people driving around in town, and nobody like came to the rescue. Like, people were just staring. I was like, kind of like, you know, someone help me or something. But people were just like staring. And so he's like, come on, come on. And he even grabbed me after he was like kind of, you know, grabbing me by the arm. He grabbed me by right here, the shoulders, and he's like, come on, come on. And I was like, no, it's fine. I'm exercising. And I was already like freaking out because he was already like trying to get me in his vehicle. So I was panicking. My mom was at home. Nobody was at home. My mom was 2 blocks away at her friend's house. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then all of a sudden I was like, hey, you know, yeah, I think I am going to go with you. But I said, I'm kind of smelly and I don't want to go like this. Let me go change and let me go grab my stuff, get, you know, a little bit better dressed or whatever, so I can go with you. And so luckily this guy bought it. He's like, oh, okay, she's gonna go with me. So he's like, cool, okay. So then I said, okay, let me just finish this, you know, around here, and let me go to my house. And he's like, okay, cool, I'll go around the block. And I said, okay, cool. And so I started jogging like slowly, and he started following me. So I was like, crap, you know, he's not gonna go around the block, he's gonna follow me. And now I'm the idiot, you know. So I couldn't just run in my house. I didn't want him to know where I lived. So I didn't know what to do. I just kept praying and say, God, please. I didn't have a cell phone, guys, because back then I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't get a cell phone, guys, till I was like 18 or 19. I was like a senior. Yeah, I think I was a senior in high school when I got my first cell phone. So I didn't have a cell phone, so I couldn't call the cops. And so I didn't know what to do. I just put my faith in God, and I said, God, take care of me because I am freaking out. This guy is a weirdo, and I don't know. So I jogged about a block, and he was still right there, and I said, no, go around the block. I'm almost home. I live right there. You know, I kept pointing at this apartment complex, and I was like, I live right there. You know, just go around the block. I'll be okay, whatever. And so this guy, he's like, okay, cool. So he like drove around the block, and when he drove around the block, I freaking sprinted, guys. I sprinted the fastest that I could, and I went to my mom's friend's house. And I didn't even knock. I opened the door. I was out of breath, and I was like, I cried, and I was like freaking out, and I was like, help me. I was like, there's a weirdo chasing me, a perv, blah, blah, and we ended up calling the cops, and the cops came, and they went around the block and find this perv. But yeah, it was just horrible, you know. And after that, I never went running like in my neighborhood again. Until this day, I won't even run, I guess, in town or anything, just because of that. So I usually go to the gym and I run at the gym. I do miss running like out in the country, and I do kind of miss, like, I guess, being outside, since I prefer to run outside. But yeah, it's really dangerous, guys. There's like so many people out there that you don't know. And you know, it's not just one race. It's not just one race that comes and attacks you. There's evil, I guess, in every race. Okay, so it's not just one race. But just be careful. If you guys are runners, please be careful. Be careful if you like to run up in the mountains or whatever, be careful. I used to run up in the mountains all the time when I was in high school, by myself, and I'm like, okay, Liz, like back then I guess I didn't care and I wasn't worried about my safety. You don't think about that stuff when you're young, I guess. I don't know. But just be careful, be cautious. So you guys carry a cell phone, carry some, I don't know, whatever you need to carry with you just to protect yourself. Take some karate classes or something, protect yourselves, guys. So yeah, I just wanted to share my story with you guys because things like this do happen, and I don't know what could happen to me if I don't know if I like got in his car. I don't know. I'm just glad that nothing happened to me. So yeah, and I'm sorry guys that I look all like how I look. It's because I went to the gym and I just got out and it's super hot in here, and I just wanted to do a quick video. I know I haven't posted in a while. I'm hoping to post here soon. I tried recording. We went up to the mountains and I tried recording my adventure over there, so I want to share that with you guys. So we'll see how, I just have to edit the video and stuff like that, but we'll see how it goes. And I need to stop slapping my thigh because apparently you guys can hear it with this microphone, so I'll stop doing that. Anyways, I gotta go because I have to go to a meeting with my sister at her school. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. So bye guys!